I know, and welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again, and this weekend, Manchester United have to face Watford at Old Trafford. It's the first game back after the international break. So the team I've gone for, where I've just pretty much gone for Martial, Rashford, Lingard, Pogba, Herrera, Matic, Shaw, Lindelof, Smalling, Young, and De Gea. Depending on injuries, I know Lukaku's injured. There is chance, apparently, Rashford and Martial might be injured as well as Lingard, but I think they'll be fine for this weekend because obviously they dropped out of the international. They dropped out of internationals. Out of their own international squad. So yeah, it's been quite a while since a Matchday Live, because obviously we had the Arsenal game, and then we had an FA Cup game, and then we had the international period. So yeah, so we got two games to start with. First one was Arsenal against Manchester United, where Manchester United did lose the first game under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the Premier League, and that was against Arsenal 2-0. I thought the scoreline didn't. It was a weird game because United, first half we had so many chances to score, and then we had the chances to score, we just didn't put them away, and Arsenal didn't really test De Gea that much. It's just one of them games where I don't know. It's just one of them games where it just we just completely I don't know. It was weird. But anyway, the first two chances we said, we hit the crossbar from Lukaku. I believe it's a Luke Shaw cross, and Lukaku hits it onto the crossbar. So that was before their goal, and then just a minute, couple minutes after that, Fred had a shot from outside the box that hit the post, which I think it was saved onto the post by Leno, if I'm not too mistaken. So yeah, that was our chances. And then Xhaka scored a weird goal. David Gea I think he must have been confused about the ball or something, or the ball swerved, and David Gea, well, a regular goalkeeper probably would have saved that, but David De Gea just must have got confused about the apparently it was a windy day, but anything can happen. But it's it's kind of hard to explain. It's De Gea went one way, but he thought it was going one way, and it went the other way, if you know what I mean. So that was unlucky. Pogba was there. Yeah, that was unlucky for David Gea. So we went into half time 1-0. Come out second half, we were the much better side second half. We pretty much dominated Arsenal, and we deserved the goal, and we just couldn't get that goal. And we had a couple of chances, Pogba, Lukaku, Rashford. It just wouldn't. Arsenal pretty much defended for their lives, to be honest. And then Arsenal did come back into that second half. And then pretty much, the story of the game, which was the penalty that was given on Lacazette. How that was a penalty? That was so harsh of a penalty. He's just bundled over. Fred, he's only 5 foot. I don't know, 5'8" or something, isn't he? Lacazette got bundled over by Fred, and apparently it was a penalty. Which was really, it was no way near there was that penalty. It was just, John Moss, it was the referee, I believe, and he just gave it away. It's oh my god, what a soft penalty. So then Aubameyang scored, and that was pretty much it of the game. Not many chances after that. We did have a couple of chances, but not clear cut chances to win to get a goal back. So we lost our first game under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and we lost 2-0. And we had to win that game as well, because Tottenham lost that weekend, and we would have gone third if we won that game. So it's a bit unlucky, but luckily enough, the results did go our way as well. I believe Chelsea drew or something like that. So, results did go our way that weekend. Right, so now on to the next game, which was a FA Cup game against Wolves, which we also lost. But that game was, I don't know. How can we explain that game? That game was utter. It was just a shit performance from United. They didn't even turn up. First half was a 0-0. Not many chances in the game. And then second half, Wolves, the crowd got behind them. and you know you could sense a goal was coming, and United just looked so lackluster. I don't know why we looked so lackluster. Even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said after the game it was our worst performance. So yeah, that game just ruined it, I think, for me just before the weekend. You know, we could have gone into the FA Cup semi-final, and you know we could have had you know an FA Cup final again, FA Cup semi-final against against any of the 4 teams remaining. But yeah, so that was so then we lost that game 2-1. We lost the game from 2 goals from goal from Jimenez. It was in our own box. It was just bouncing around, and Jimenez turned and stroke. So that was 1-0, and then Jota on the counter went on a breakaway. Went on through on a breakaway, 1-on-1. Luke Shaw, he has to do better. He either does foul him or you know take him out. He had to either take him out or foul him, and he didn't do any of it. And I believe it was Lindelof after that. You know, Lindelof played him in, and then Romero, got caught at the near post, and Jota put it past him. So then that was 2-0. We did get a goal from Rashford. It was the 94th minute, conveniently, right before the final whistle. But yeah, he's pretty much too late. You know, too often too late. So yeah, we kind of lost them 2 games, which was you know kind of a bit of a you know that Wolves game. I would say about the Arsenal game, it's just you know it was just one of them days where nothing was going right, and then yeah, pretty much like from that you know United just how the fuck do we not score there? Yeah, from that we pretty much like I don't know. It's that Wolves game. It just you know it worried me a bit because you know after a good game against Arsenal, you know we lost a bit of confidence. Okay, but you know going into the Wolves game, you know Wolves is a tough place to go. But even so, to put that performance in, that was a Mourinho-esque performance. It was so dull. There's no movement. You know, there's no nothing was working. I don't know why it just would not work for us. And then. Oh yes, there we go. Just Lingard 2-0. Yes, come into the international break, we had a couple injuries from that. I know Matic returned, Rashford returned, Martial returned, Lukaku picked up a foot injury, so I doubt he'll play this weekend. And we do have a Premier League game next week as well, next Tuesday against Wolves of all people. So maybe we can get our own back. But yeah, to do with top 4, we definitely need to win this weekend, as Tottenham do have to face Liverpool. So you know Tottenham might lose that, and then Liverpool might win it. But you know a draw would be nice. But I reckon you know if we can get either a Liverpool draw, well I don't know because would we want Liverpool to win because we don't want them to win the title, do we? But I think Man City got Fulham this weekend. Yeah, Watford, I have no idea. I think, didn't they had a game last weekend against, who did they play? I totally forgot who they played. They played someone in the FA Cup. I know that, and they beat them. I know that. So, I think they drew the last Premier League game, if I'm not too mistaken. I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked at the Watford form. I've only looked at. I had to remember myself of the highlights of the Man United games of all things. So yeah, yeah. So I haven't really, and I don't really know anything about Watford at the moment. I know they're a good side because obviously since their new manager's been in, you know, they have been a good side, especially at home. But away, I'm not too sure. But you know, it will be a game for us. You know, we definitely need to win. You know, get back on that winning run. So yeah. Also, literally yesterday, we got found out that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer finally got appointed as manager. So hashtag Ollie's at the wheel was pretty much trending all day. So we kind of knew that. I think everyone kind of knew that was going to happen. It was either going to end at this end of the season, or you know, so it was going to be confirmed in this international break, and it did get confirmed yesterday at 9 o'clock, I believe. So 9 o'clock in the morning, and then he had a press conference saying about, you know, he wants to win the title whilst he's here, which is good to see. He wants to win everything, and he got told about like transfers and, you know, bringing contracts to new players like De Gea and Rashford and everyone like that. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now that United might see a couple of players, you know, see a couple new contracts before the end of the season. So yeah, yes, this weekend we do have Watford. I just want a Man United win, to be honest. You know, Watford, they are a tough side. They're a bit of a bogey side for us. You know, at home as well. We haven't been playing too well recently at home, but if we can, you know, the international break did come at a good time for us, I think. You know, because we lost 2 games, and you know, a bit of a break is what we needed. Obviously, a couple of players did return from international training with a few, I'd say, speech marks injury, if you'd say. It's like one of them things where, you know, Sir Alex used to do, where he used to bring players back because they, you know, they're either injured or something like that. But hopefully, you know, the players will be fit, and you know, we will be ready to play this weekend. I would like a clean sheet as well, so let's go for my score prediction. I reckon United will win 2-0. I reckon it will be a tough game for United, but I reckon once we get that first goal, you know, we could see another goal straight after. So that's what I'm going to go for. I reckon Rashford might score, and I reckon Lingard might pick up a goal as well this weekend. I'm not too sure about that, but I reckon he'll, you know, get a goal from somewhere. So yeah, let's just finish off this game. Yeah, so I do expect a matchday live on Tuesday, so look forward to that. Obviously we've got Wolves, so, and then I'm not too sure who we have after that. I'll have to find out, but yeah, so there we go. We've won 2-0, and I think the full-time result will be 2-0. I reckon Rashford and Lingard will be the scorers. So anyway, guys, I'm actually going to end it here for today, so please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to leave your score prediction below. So right, I'm going. Bye. I know, guys, thank you for watching my video. Hit me up on Twitch and Twitter, and don't forget to watch the playlist down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.